In this video, we're going to be taking a detailed look at the Pakt travel backpack. Head on over to packhacker.com for more information and the best buying options. We'll leave a link in the description below. So this backpack was designed with Chase Reeves, and I'm really excited about it because Chase has reviewed a ton of bags. So there's a couple great features in here that I want to go into and kind of chat about in this quick look video. So let's dive in. Kicking it off with the harness system. Overall, pretty good. There's some pretty good padding here. It's very dense. A couple things that I have issues with here is there's this like kind of aluminum-y hardware at the top. I personally don't like the look of that on this all black bag otherwise. I think it kind of cheapens the look a little bit, but these load lifters are great if you are carrying a ton of weight. And then the top, this little hook here is nice. Love that you can stow that away if you don't want to see it. And it's just here if you want to hang this up, and you're in the airport in the bathroom or something and you want to hang this up. That's really nice. I think that's solid. So on the padding on the straps are really great. Really, like, the density is great, and there's some excellent padding. Not like a little bit of air mesh here too for airflow. One thing that I did have a problem with as I was using this is these edges. You can really feel these. So this is not edgeless. You can really kind of feel this gap, and these really dig in because that surface area is so small. So that's one thing to note with those. They have a kind of a sliding sternum strap here, which is great, really adjustable. And then there's this kind of welded fabric over it to hide the look a little bit too. So that's a very clean look. Love that. And then the sternum strap is kind of cool too. You can just more easily remove it. And we really love this because if you don't want it, you just remove it from both sides and you have a clean look that kind of hides away there. Love that. You don't have to fiddle with, getting this on and off the track. You just take it off of here. So that is really awesome. Love that. And then you have this adjustment hardware down here. There's a bit of a locking mechanism here too. And then an interesting way to manage the straps kind of right on here as well. So that's super rad. I like how that's turned out. Let's get into the back panel here. So there's a zipper at the bottom here, and that's kind of a hidden pocket. And that's going to be great for like your passport or anything on the inside that you just want to keep a little bit more secure. You can kind of see in here, this comes out too. One of the things with the Pakt, the Pakt duffel that we reviewed prior, this thing kind of sticks out, and this red bar is supposed to remind you that you have stuff in the bin or something like that when you're going through security, which is, we've always kind of thought that was a little weird. But the function is totally here. So, right, you can kind of pull it out. Yeah, there you go. Airport security, no problem, paktbags.com/TSA. So, I mean, this is great, though, if you just want to, like, take the stuff out of your pockets. Like, I've got my phone here. Dump that in, go through security. You don't have to worry about that. This red bar, though, I don't know about. I don't think it's really needed. So, yeah, there's extra room in here. And if you want to pop, like, your passport in there, that's against your back. It's very secure. It's a similar pocket to, I believe, what's on the Heim Planet Transit line. And love that that's been included. I know Chase is a big fan of Heim Planet. So it's kind of cool to see like everything come into this bag. And of course, Pakt makes some great stuff too, and Chase has seen it all. So getting all that stuff kind of in one little package is really cool. There's a little pass through here. So if you want to stick this on your roller luggage, I believe you could do that. Looks a little thin. I haven't tested it on a lot of different roller luggage handles yet though, but it looks like it'd be a pretty snug fit, which is, great if it fits and stays snug. And then, yeah, looks like these straps here can also be removed. I'm not so sure on this hardware. I haven't really tested it much, but it looks like it might, I don't know. It's not like as solid as a buckle. It sort of just seats in there. But when you do take this off, you can just stash away that inside of here. And the same thing as this side. So hopefully that'll, if you have it really loaded up for weeks at a time, I'm hoping that will stay in place. But let me just get this out of the way here. And then these can just stuff quite easily underneath this panel. And that creates a nice clean look. If you end up having to check this bag for whatever reason, that's how you want to do it. So you can go through and just, check the bag essentially. Won't be much straps flying around, although there is a decent amount of kind of excess strap here too. So these are the compression straps. One other thing that I want to bring up that's really handy, and I haven't seen in any other bags, is this is the hip belt. And this is Velcroable beneath this. So you just slide this through, Velcro it on. And then you got a hip belt. It's very high on me. This is above my belly button, so it's not gonna, hold a ton of load. And there's no way to adjust it down. So just know that if you do have a longer torso, it's not gonna be the best. But I do love that this is a sling and a fanny pack once you take it out. So there are these buttons here, snap fasteners, whatever you want to call them here, and that kind of opens up, and then you've got a fanny pack here. So that you can put some stuff in there, pretty simple. You got just like a liner divider pocket. Pretty dang sweet considering this is the hip belt of the thing. And then you can put it into sling mode. You kind of just like unthread it through this, tuck these under here, and then you got yourself a sling. So I think that's really great too, and it's really thinking through versatility, things of that nature, while you're traveling, while you're on your trip. So that's really rad. All right, moving on to the other exterior features. Looks like we have, there's a water bottle pocket on the side here with some gusseting and a bit of stretch. You can fit a pretty decent sized water bottle in here too. Maybe even your Nalgene if you jam it in, but it's really gonna cut into the interior of the bag. Well, I was testing it for a week so far. My Yeti fit inside of there A-okay. So that was great. And then we just have these compression buckles on the sides. They're okay. You can take them off with these little attachment points. We're not super hot on attachment points of that style because they can fall off on their own, but so far so good. And this area of attachment seems pretty thick. So far so good on those. Easily take them off. They do get in the way when you're unzipping the bag, but we'll look at that in a second. And then the other side just has two handles. I love that there are two handles. Creates a balanced carry, versus just having one on the side and then it's filled up with weight and just kind of like tilting like that. You got your hands on both. It's a very structured bag. And then while it's open, so it opens like clamshell style, you can actually hold these from each side of the bag and kind of carry the bag around. And I'll try to show you that in a second, but I don't want to get mixed up here. I want to make sure we get through all the exterior components first. So there is a pocket at the bottom here, little key ring that pops out, kind of Tom Bin-ish key ring that pops out, which is nice. There's a bit of organization down here as well, so maybe I can get this in a position where you can kind of see what's going on down here. There are two liner divider pockets, or one liner divider pocket on the inside, and then one spot for a pen, pencil, or stylus. A lot of main compartment area, and then like this little mesh pocket at the bottom here. So that's kind of nice. All right. Nice zipper pulls, nice and grabbable. They're cloth, they're not jingly. I really like the way the bag feels. It's got like a, again, like watching some of Chase's videos, it's got that Chase vibe that I think he typically goes for. It's got that kind of more heritagey feel. It's like soft. It's not like, like Air where it has super slick ballistic 1680D. This is a little bit softer to the touch. So it definitely has that kind of Chase feel that he seems to like by looking at his videos. And then at the top here, there is, and this actually fell out. So I had this attached. This is how the keyring works. So I wanted to leave my keys in there so you could see there's this little slot here that attaches. Mine fell out of there already. It's not the most secure thing around. It's literally the only thing in here, so just know that. But I like the thinking, and then you can also put your keys up here or down here. If you have an Airbnb, maybe your house keys are up here, your Airbnb keys are down here while you're on your trip. I think it's nice there are two options for that. Pen, pencil, stylus area here, liner pocket in the back, mesh pocket here. So there's a decent amount of organization without going, too much and without going too crazy. So that's That's nice. I like that. These two pockets kind of feel very similar. It's sort of like, choose where you want your stuff. And then the other one you could just fill up with like a big, laptop charger or tech pouch. All right, now let's move on to the laptop compartment. Now this part I get, but I feel like is a little odd. So the back here is just supposed to hold kind of your everyday items, like clothing and things like that when you're on your trip. And the laptop compartment is actually kind of in the middle. So I'll show you that in a second. But this back panel, pretty open down the bottom. And then there is a zippered pocket here as well. So if you have like a tablet or something, or some papers, you could put those in there, I suppose. Or there's enough kind of liter capacity here to where you can put your clothes here. And my guess is that they don't want the laptop to be right against your back, but I think that's a little bit of a tough sell for me, considering you want to optimize all the space. Typically packing cubes are a little bit thicker, so you couldn't really get like 2 layers of packing cubes in here with this configuration. But if we open this up, see, that already fell off just as I was undoing it. So these can really easily fall off the sides of the bag. Yeah, so just note that. It's this attachment onto that kind of rope-like material. So watch these. We've lost our fair share. Usually they're on sternum straps. You might lose a compression strap or two. Yeah, oh cool, we got the Pakt Chase Reeves there. That's awesome. And then, so this is actually where you put your laptop. And I like that it's positioned in the middle. It stops here, so there's a false bottom. If you drop your laptop, not going to be much of an issue. And that zips and unzips. Now we have this space behind as well. So this is pretty much kind of that space that we had just opened from the top here as well. So this Velcro area here on the back is likely for, it looks like there's a frame sheet in there, kind of a little bit of padding in there. And then this is like for a tablet or just something else here. And there you go, there's some stuff down there if you want to pause and read it. Pakt founder, all right. I think that's Malcolm. Malcolm is the Pakt founder. So, okay, so the laptop is here, which I feel like for quick access purposes is kind of tough. I get, you can kind of unzip this top part here and then get into your laptop. So that's, I guess, kind of good, but you're not fitting thick packing cubes back here. Those would have to kind of go up here. So if you like this setup, I think that's great. I'm a little bit iffy on it, the positioning of the laptop. On the inside here, we have these mesh pockets. So maybe if you have smaller water bottles or just things of that nature. At first, I thought this would be perfect for a roost stand, but it's like doesn't quite go in too much. So I wonder why the positioning is up here rather than down here. If it was down here, you could fit longer items too, like an umbrella. But it's nice to have that option there, and then they just kind of lay flat if you don't need them. They don't get in the way too much, so that's nice. That padded laptop compartment is great. And now if we unzip this right side, the mesh here feels pretty good. Pretty good in the hand. It's a little rougher, not super stretchy. I think like some of the best mesh I've ever felt is on these Yeti bags. They're just so soft. But that will basically close up, and you can put in packing cubes here. And again, you can just see like most bags will open up into like a bucket if you want to put packing cubes in. These are a little bit skinny though. So if you have like a thicker packing cube, this kind of splits the difference of the main compartment. So it's going to be a little bit tougher to put that in and really optimize that space. But if you have thinner packing cubes that are really compressed, I think it's going to work well. And then you also have this mesh pocket here. So this is sort of, probably a better way to pack this bag specifically is by just putting your clothes on the inside here. Now you can't really remove this, but that is better, You have socks and underwear in here, and then you got like pants on this interior. This kind of compresses it down, which is nice. And then at the top here, there's just a little bit of a pocket here as well. So if you just want to, put some other items inside, you can totally do that. Nothing too crazy going on there. So that was the main part of the area here. And then I actually, just remembering now, missed one extra sneaky pocket. And that sneaky pocket is at the top here in the front. So this is your top drop pocket. Don't really love this liner. It's a little crinkly. It also feels it doesn't feel super robust, but this is great at the airport. You know, if you just have stuff that you want to dump on the inside, you want quick access to, you want to shove a jacket in there. In addition to using that back pocket for your TSA stuff as it's going through the bucket, you can use this up here. So there you have it. That was our quick look at the Pakt travel backpack that was designed with fellow YouTuber Chase Reeves. Again, super excited that companies are working with YouTubers and using their knowledge to create better gear. And I think a lot of it shows here. This has been a quick look of the Pakt travel backpack. Check out packhacker.com for more information. Link down in the description below. We'll see you in the next video.